Hari Om and welcome to all the lovely Balakrishnas and Vivekanandas to today's Bhagavad Gita Shloka learning. Today, let us learn Shloka 13.2 from the chapter kṣhetra-jña Vibhaga Yoga. So first I request Grihit to unmute and Grihit to repeat after me the shloka. When Grihit is repeating, all others also, please chant. Please sit straight, close your eyes, fold your hands in Namaste. Grihit, are you ready?
Yes, Guruji.
Idam śharīraṁ kaunteya kṣhetram iti abhidhīyate etad vetti tam prāhuḥ kṣhetrajña iti tad-vidaḥ. Thank you, Grihitji. May I now request Jiaji to read the meaning?
O Arjuna, this body is termed as Kshetra, the field of activities, and the one who knows this body is called kṣhetra-jña, the knower of the field, by the sages who discern the truth about both.
Thank you very much, Jiaji. Very nice. So, Sri Krishna is saying the body is known as Kshetra and the knower of this is called as kṣhetra-jña. And the one who knows about the both and knows how to discern. Discern means what? Knows which is which. So, discern means to have a sense of separation, have a clarity of what is what. So, if I ask you, is this 1 or 2? Knowing that the number of fingers that I'm showing right now is 1. Or if I show this, knowing that I'm showing 2. So that is called discernment, to have a clarity. So Shri Krishna is saying, the one who knows the body and the body itself is a realized sage. So what is that Shri Krishna wants you and me to learn from this shloka? Let us explore that through activity. So now I want all of you to be ready to answer some important questions that are going to come. Because only if you answer, there is a treat at the end. Today there is a special person's treat that I'm going to introduce to you. That can happen only if the questions are answered. All right. So ready? So, what images come to your mind when you hear the word field? Okay, so that is the first question. What comes to your mind when you hear field? Let us listen to your answers. All right, Jiaji, please tell me.
What I imagine is that there is a field where there are plants and all growing.
Very nice. So when you hear the word field, plants, a place where plants are growing comes to your mind. Okay, very good. For Akshatji,
The place where the place where we sow seeds.
the place where we sow seeds. Very good. So much like what Jiaji said. Okay, very good. Vivan sir, what comes to your mind?
For me, it comes a soccer field with grass and outlining, with plants, flowers, trees growing around it.
Very nice. A soccer field with plants growing around it. Very good.
Or
Excellent.
any other field.
Yes. Hriday sir?
There are two types of fields where plants grow, and there is another field called where the the type of work we do, the field which we are in, the
Oh,
work.
very good. So for example, which field you work? Oh, I work as a doctor, the doctor field, or engineering field, or lawyer field, or a music field, like that. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, Grihit sir. What comes to your mind?
So for me, it's like a place where we grow rice.
Rice, ragi, all these various kinds of things. That's what the image that is coming to your mind. Okay, very good. Are there any other answers? Last, anybody wants to answer? What comes to your mind when you hear the word field? Okay, looks like all of you have given the answer. Next question, get ready. What is a field? What is a field? Is the next question. You all imagined a field. You all gave different answers. Correct. But if I ask you the question, what is a field? What is your answer? Yes, Hriday.
A place where we grow plants, trees, flowers, and all.
Okay, a place where we grow plants, flowers. Okay, very good. Excellent. Any other answer? Are there any other answers that come to your mind? What is a field? Yes, Raghavi.
Vijay, a field could mean a patch of land which could be used for several activities.
A place where several activities can be conducted. That's what you are saying. Very
Yes,
nice.
Vijay.
Thank you. Grihit sir.
Gee, I feel it's playground.
Its playground is field. Okay, a playground is field. Okay. Akshat sir.
Gee, we can play there and we can also make some clay.
We can play and we can also make things. That is a field for you. Okay, very nice. All are correct answers. But the idea is all are one part of the answer. So together there is an answer. So what is that? Let us find out more. So, like how most of you said, what is the purpose of, let's say, a agriculture field is to grow food, isn't it? That is where, like how most of you said, we will plant seeds and we will grow whatever the vegetables or fruits or millets or so on and so forth that we need. So that's a agriculture field where agriculture activity is conducted. Whereas, as you are seeing on the right side, there's another picture of a sports field. Say, if it's a football field, it is to play a game called football. Like how it was said, a sports field is also a field. And one of you also said, a field that we usually engage in, where we work in. So some of us have a field called as doctor field, lawyer field, like that. That field is not necessarily a picture like how you're seeing here. It's more of what activity one performs. So in a way, if you see all these examples, a field, like how some of you said, is a place of activity where some or the other activities happening, and that particular field has a purpose. Like in the case of agriculture field, it is to grow food that can be used by people, animals, birds, so on and so forth. Sports field is to play. Like that, each field serves a purpose. So what is a field? Where some activity is happening and it serves a purpose. Okay. Now that we know what a field is, before I go to the next step, there is an important experiment that I want to conduct. Before that, does anyone have any question on what you have heard so far about what is a field and what is the purpose of a field? Is it clear to all? Can you show by giving a thumbs up? Okay, very nice. Excellent. Thank you very much. Then let us take the next step. So, a field has a purpose. Okay. Now, what Sri Krishna taught us is that, Arjuna, this whole body, by body, here Sri Krishna means both this physical body and the mind, because that is also kind of like a body. So both these Sri Krishna is referring as kshetra, field. So if this both or this is what is being referred as body, as kshetra, field, then the question naturally is human body and mind a kshetra? Can we consider human body and mind as a kshetra? How many of you think okay? How many of you think not okay? Those who think it's okay to call human body and mind as kshetra, give me thumbs up. Who thinks it's okay to call human body and mind as kshetra? Give thumbs up. Okay, Raghavi is okay. Only Raghavi is okay. Rest of you are not okay, is it? Jia is also okay. Hriday is okay. Okay, Grihit is okay. So which means that some of you are not okay. Some of you are okay. Sanvi is also okay. Shreyas, Akshat, you're not okay.
No, Ji.
No, you're not okay to call it as a kshetra.
No, Ji.
No, okay, tell me why. Okay, so before you tell why, let's hear you first. You are saying it is not okay to call human body and mind as kshetra. All right, let's.
Actually, I was lagging a bit, so I couldn't hear what you said, like about the Kshetra and all.
Okay, all right. So I was just saying, Sri Krishna is referring to body and mind as kshetra. So I'm asking the question, like how we saw, what is a kshetra? Kshetra is a field where some activity is performed and it serves a purpose.
Yes.
So I was asking the question right now, can we consider human body and mind as kshetra?
Yes, Vijayji, we can.
You are okay. But Akshat was saying is not okay to consider. So I wanted to understand why Akshat feels that way. Akshat, please go ahead and tell us.
Ji, given Kshetra means a field, and our body is not a field, Ji, or the place we do things. It's not a place we do things.
It is not a place where we do. That's what you are saying.
We don't really do many physical activities.
We don't do. So you're saying body cannot be considered as kshetra because it is not a place. That's what you're saying.
Ji, it's not a place or the thing to do an activity there.
Not a place or where we do activity.
Yes.
Mind is also not a place and where we do activity. That's what you're saying.
Ji, but not body. Ji, mind is we think. Ji, we think a lot.
So it's okay to call mind as kshetra, but not body.
Yes, Ji, using body we do activities.
Using body we do activities, but body itself is not kshetra.
Yes.
Okay, so what is that we do in the mind? That is activity. But whatever that happens through the body is not activity.
Ji, it is activity, but the thing is that in body activity doesn't happen in body, but in mind we do activity.
Okay. Can you give an example that doesn't happen, that happens in the mind but doesn't happen in the body?
Ji, like we think of running in the field, but we have to run in a field, but in our body we cannot run.
But isn't it the activity through the body? Isn't the body running?
Ji, it's an activity, but we cannot run in our body itself. Ji.
you cannot run in the body, but through your mind, in the body only. See, the body may be sitting here, even now. You can imagine by being in the body, your body is not running, but the mind, which is the controller of the body, in the mind, you can imagine the body running, no?
Yes, Ji.
So the body is now in a way part of that activity, no? Because without the body, the mind cannot function. So in a way, the body is the field where the mind is able to operate.
Oh, okay.
Does it make sense?
Yes, Ji.
Okay. Anyway, let us also listen to our friends who all agreed that human body and mind can be called as kshetra. So Raghavi, why do you feel human body and mind can be called as kshetra?
Vijayji, as you said, the field is used for performing various activities and it also has a purpose. Similarly, through our body, we can perform various activities. Through the mind, we can also perform various calculations and other things we can think about. And we also have a purpose, so I think it's logical to say we can call it a kshetra.
Kshetra, we can call it a kshetra. Okay. So is there any other viewpoint by those who agreed that body and mind can be called a kshetra? Anything else that anybody wants to add? Okay, very good. So now that we are clear, what are we clear? What is kshetra? A field where some activity is happening. And we can see that body is a field. So many activities are happening in the body. See, the heart is pumping, blood is flowing, air is moving. All of those are also happening in the body only. And it is in the body that the mind is able to function. In a way, the mind, the place where the mind can function is because there is a body, there is a mind. And in the mind, there is a very clear, if I have to speak, I have to use the vocal cords like that. All of that, like the thinking, is carried out in the body only. So the body is a kshetra through which the mind can be seen. And mind itself is a kshetra because you are all agreeing that that is where you are thinking. All those activities are happening. Yeah. So human body and mind can be called as kshetra. So which means that, like we saw earlier, every kshetra has a purpose. So then naturally the question is, what grows in this kshetra? What is the purpose it serves? Any views to the second question? Second set of questions. What grows in this field and what is the purpose that this serves? If we agree that body and mind is the kshetra, and like how we saw, agriculture field is where food grows. If a sports field is where we play sports, like that, each field has a purpose. So what grows in this field and what kind of a purpose does this field serve? Who wants to share? What do you feel? What is growing in this field? Yes, Akshat.
In this field, say mind in mind, we are getting more knowledge and our knowledge is growing.
Knowledge is growing. Very good. Then?
And body we are growing.
Body is also growing. Very good.
And the purpose is to help others.
And the purpose is to help others. Okay, very good. Any other answers? Anybody else wants to share? What grows in this field? Any other answers? Vivan, Sanvi, Shreyas. Do you have anything to add before we take the next step? Okay, looks like there are no other answers. All right. So let us see what actually grows in this field and what kind of a purpose it can serve. So if this is a kshetra, if this is a field, much like how we saw the agriculture field, in an agriculture field, we can grow various kinds of flowers, millets, vegetables, fruits, right? Also, in the same field, sometimes, if you're not careful, Parthenium like weed can also grow, isn't it? Something that is not useful at all, something maybe even poisonous thing can grow. So, like that, what does grow in this field? Let's look at it through two simple examples. The first one, I'm sure all of you would be able to immediately answer. So, a picture is going to come in front of you, and I want all of you to raise your hand to answer. So, whose picture are you seeing? And what is that you're seeing? Very nice, Vivan. Please tell me.
So the picture shows Ravana taking Sita
Ravana taking Sita. Very nice.
to Lanka.
To Lanka. Very good. So, anything more anybody wants to add to the picture that you're seeing? Akshat, you have something to say?
Same Ji.
Same. Okay. So, yes, Jia, you want to say something more? No. Okay. All right. So now, here is a person, Ravana, and he had a feeling, he had some kind of a thought in his mind, and he went ahead and stole Sita Ma. And what is the outcome? Because of that, whatever the thinking he had in the mind, what is the outcome that happened? All of you may know the story of Ramayana. The whole of Lanka was burnt in the war that happened between Rama and Ravana. Not only that, Ravana was eventually killed. So that's what happened. Why? Because he had some kind of a thinking in his mind that led to this kind of an outcome. So the thinking in his mind led to this kind of a outcome. Can anybody answer what kind of a thinking he had in his mind that led him to steal Sita Ma? Yes, Hriday.
He had a thing when Rama and Sita and Lakshmana were sent for exile. When Shurpanaka came, the Shurpanaka asked for marriage, but Lakshmana and Rama said no. So Shurpanaka showed a monstrous form, and Lakshmana cut Shurpanaka's nose, and Shurpanaka went to.
True, that's all the
So
story. But the question is,
yeah.
Hriday, what led him? What kind of a thinking he had that led him to steal Sita Ma, to go
Because
and
Shurpanaka told that Ravana that Lakshman cut her nose, and that's why. And she told that Sita is so beautiful, that and all. And Ravana told he will kidnap Sita and
sure, that's what happened. That's the situation that happened.
yeah.
But the question is, what was in his mind? What was the thinking in Ravana's mind that led him to go and kidnap her? What kind of a thinking he had? That's the
He
question.
wanted to marry Sita.
He wanted to marry Sita, is your answer. Okay, Akshat, you have some other answer?
He had greed and he wanted to outsmart Lord Rama and marry Sita.
The thought, according to his, that of greed, and he wanted to outsmart. Okay, very good. What about Sanvi? What answer does Sanvi have? What kind of a thinking Ravana had? Are you there, Sanvi? Okay, so maybe Sanvi is unable to unmute. Okay, Does Raghavi have an answer? What kind of a thinking Ravana might have had?
Ravana was angry and he also wanted revenge from Ravana.
Ravana was angry, he wanted revenge. Right. So, the field, the body and the mind of Ravana had the seed called revenge that led to the kind of the fruit of Lanka burning and Ravana himself being killed in the war. So, the field here served the purpose of destruction because of what kind of a thinking he had. This kind of a fruit bore through his action. So the field was used in a way for destructive purposes. That's the purpose for which this particular field was used. Is this the only purpose that this field can be used? Naturally, no. So therefore, to show how the same field, what is the field? Mind and the body. How the same field can serve a totally wonderful purpose. So for that, I'm going to show you the next picture. You have to guess who the person that you are going to see in the picture. Get ready. Can anybody guess whose picture you are seeing? Can anybody guess? Who are you seeing? Who is this? Yes, Grihit?
I guess Ambedkar.
You guess Ambedkar. Okay. Any other answer? Can you guess who this is? Does anybody know who this is? I'll give you a clue. He was in the field of science and teaching. He was in the field of science and teaching. Anybody knows? No?
He is a father of genetics.
No. All right. Wonderful. Thank you very much, all of you, for... Yes, Gia. Good.
I think it is Abdul Kalam.
Abdul Kalam. Okay. Another wonderful guess. Yes, Gia. Go ahead. Gia, please unmute and answer.
I told right now.
No, I couldn't hear. Can you repeat again?
I think it is Abdul Kalam.
You also think it is Abdul Kalam. Okay. All right. Wonderful. Thank you very much for guessing. Get ready to know who this is. This is a great scientist India has produced. His name is Acharya Jagadish Chandra Bose, J.C. Bose. Acharya J.C. Bose is how he was known as. But you all will be wondering, what is the great thing that he has done? I've never heard about him. So, all of you are using his work only. If he hadn't contributed what he has contributed, today you and I wouldn't be able to talk. That kind of an important contribution he has made. So, let's understand. Let's know more about the contribution that he has done. So, for that, I have a short video. All right, get ready.
क्या आप जानते हैं हमारी ये मॉडर्न वायरलेस कम्युनिकेशन की दुनिया एक 19th सेंचुरी के भारतीय वैज्ञानिक जगदीश चंद्र बोस की रिसर्च से बनी है। और यही नहीं, उनके ऐसे ही अनेक इन्वेंशंस के साथ साथ उनकी खोजी थ्योरीज से ही हम लेटेस्ट 5G मोबाइल टेक्नोलॉजी का आविष्कार भी कर पाए हैं। ऐसे ही इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट्स जानने के लिए देखते रहिए एपिकपीडिया का ये वीडियो। वायरलेस कम्युनिकेशन का मतलब है बिना किसी फिजिकल कनेक्शन के इंफॉर्मेशन और स्पीच भेजना और रिसीव करना। जो कम्युनिकेशन एक समय में कबूतरों से शुरू हुई, वो 1850 में टेलीग्राफ तक जा पहुंची, लेकिन टेलीग्राफ अपनी वायर से सीमित होती है। इस सीमा को तोड़ने के लिए दुनिया के कई वैज्ञानिक रेडियो वेव्स और वायरलेस में रिसर्च करने लगे। इनमें सर्वश्रेष्ठ थे जगदीश चंद्र बोस। 1858 में बंगाल के मुंशीगंज में, जो कि आज बांग्लादेश में है, जन्म हुआ जेसी बोस का। बचपन से ही क्यूरियस आउटलुक रखने वाले बोस अपने आसपास के नेचर और एनवायरनमेंट से खूब इंस्पायर हुए। वो डॉक्टर बनने के लिए लंदन गए, लेकिन डायसेक्शन रूम की गन से बीमार पड़ने के कारण उन्होंने मेडिसिन छोड़ फिजिक्स को चुना। कैम्ब्रिज और लंदन यूनिवर्सिटी से उन्होंने बीएससी और डॉक्टरेट पूरी की और 1885 में जेसी बोस कलकत्ता के प्रेसिडेंसी कॉलेज में प्रोफेसर ऑफ फिजिक्स नियुक्त हुए। 1890 के आसपास मैक्सवेल की वायरलेस रेडिएशन की थ्योरी को हर्ट्ज और लॉज जैसे वैज्ञानिक आगे बढ़ा रहे थे। इन थ्योरीज को पढ़ टेस्ला, मार्कोनी और ब्राउन जैसे कई वैज्ञानिक दुनिया का पहला रेडियो बनाने की कोशिश में लग गए। बोस ने भी इन थ्योरीज को पढ़ा और एक खास वायरलेस रिसीवर का आविष्कार किया, जिसका नाम था मर्क्यूरी कोहेरर। इसमें एक ग्लास वायल के अंदर मर्क्यूरी पर तैरते तेल की परत पर एक लोहे की डिस्क छुआई जाती है। इस डिस्क को इलेक्ट्रिक तार से जोड़कर आने वाले वायरलेस सिग्नल रिसीव किए जा सकते हैं। यूरोपीय वैज्ञानिक अपने हर आविष्कार को पैटेंट कर उससे मुनाफा कमाने की सोचते थे, लेकिन बोस ने अपने आविष्कार सबके सामने बिना कुछ छुपाए पेश किए। मार्कोनी ने कोहेरर की नकल कर दुनिया का पहला ट्रांस अटलांटिक रेडियो बनाया और उन्हें मिला नोबेल प्राइज। उस रेडियो के पैटेंट में बोस का जिक्र तक नहीं है। इस लालच का बोस पर जरा भी फर्क नहीं पड़ा। वो अपनी रिसर्च में आगे बढ़ते गए और उन्होंने वायरलेस में कई और आविष्कार किए। बोस मानते थे कि असली वायरलेस कम्युनिकेशन नेचर में होता है, प्लांट्स के बीच। एक समय के बाद वो प्लांट्स के कम्युनिकेशन का रहस्य सुलझाने में जुट गए। उस समय के वैज्ञानिक प्लांट्स को जीवित तो मानते थे, लेकिन उनके आपसी कम्युनिकेशन पर विश्वास नहीं करते थे। लेकिन जेसी बोस को पूरा यकीन था कि प्लांट्स भी इंसानों की तरह एक दूसरे से बात करते हैं। इसे साबित करने के लिए उन्होंने क्रेस्कोग्राफ का आविष्कार किया। इस डिवाइस से प्लांट्स के टिप या उसकी रूट पे अलग अलग स्टिमुलस मिलने के रिएक्शंस की फोटो को वो 100 टाइम्स और 1000 टाइम्स मैग्निफिकेशन पर ले पाते थे, जिससे प्लांट्स की ग्रोथ का कंप्लीट रिकॉर्ड बन सके। उन्होंने 2 प्लांट्स लिए, एक को प्यार भरी बातें बोली और दूसरे को डांटा फटकारा, और दोनों का रिएक्शन क्रेस्कोग्राफ पर रिकॉर्ड किया। प्यार की बातें सुनता पौधा बढ़ता ही गया और दूसरा मुरझाने लगा, जिससे बोस की रिसर्च साबित हो गई। शायद कोई आम वैज्ञानिक 1 या 2 आविष्कार कर संतुष्ट हो जाता है, लेकिन जेसी बोस रुकने वालों में से नहीं थे। 1937 में उनके देहांत से पहले उन्होंने कई नए आविष्कार किए, जैसे क्रिस्टल डिटेक्टर, क्रिस्टल रेडियो और मिलीमीटर रेडियो वेव। मिलीमीटर रेडियो वेव का अर्थ है एक्सट्रीमली हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी वाली रेडियो वेव। इन वेव्स की एप्लीकेशन कई जगह होती है, जैसे एस्ट्रोनॉमी, मिलिट्री, मेडिसिन और इंजीनियरिंग। आज की लेटेस्ट 5G मोबाइल टेक्नोलॉजी का आविष्कार भी मिलीमीटर रेडियो वेव पर ही आधारित है। इस मशहूर वैज्ञानिक का एक दूसरा अनोखा पहलू भी था। जेसी बोस भारत के पहले साइंस फिक्शन राइटर थे। उन्होंने कई ऐसी कहानियां लिखी जिससे आने वाली पीढ़ियां विज्ञान की दिशा में उत्साहित रहें। इसीलिए बोस को फादर ऑफ बंगाली साइंस फिक्शन भी कहा जाता है। हमारी इस वायरलेस से जुड़ी दुनिया से अगर आप टीवी, रेडियो और मोबाइल फोन हटा दें तो दुनिया का रूप कुछ और ही होगा। तो ये कहना गलत नहीं है कि ये वायरलेस की दुनिया हमें भारत के इस अद्भुत व्यक्तित्व और साइंस जगत के महादानवीर वैज्ञानिक आचार्य जगदीश चंद्र बोस के कारण ही मिली है।
Wonderful. Did you all like it? Please show if you liked it. A thumbs up. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. So, for those of you who may not have understood completely because it was mostly in Hindi, does anybody like to do a short summary of what you understood from the video? Can any one of you? Can Okay, I'll just simply call out. Raghavi, I'm seeing your name. Is it possible for you to do a short summary?
Yes, Vijayji. So, Jagdish Chandra Bose, he basically the video told all about his inventions and one very particular how he identified wireless technology. Then one of the more main concepts that the video talked about is how plants reacted to positive and negative thoughts, I would say, and how he also made a instrument, a device to record how a plant's growth was going.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Raghaviji. Does anybody else like to add to what Raghavi said? What more did you grasp from the video? There were many things that were told in the video. Yes, Sakshat, please go ahead.
Looking at the JC boss, I understood that you shouldn't get like what do you call jealousy of others.
Okay, good. Akshatji, before you share your understanding about what you observed in the video, for those who may not understand Hindi, can you add to what our Raghaviji said? Is there anything more that you noticed in the video?
He almost covered everything.
Okay. Yes, Vivan, please go ahead.
Sir, he invented a lot of things, and because of him, we are now on 5G.
All the mobile phones, they use 4G, 5G technology, right? Wi-Fi, all that.
There were many more scientists who were also doing the same thing as him, like Nikola Tesla.
Right, but he was the one who went ahead and invented first. But did you notice something very important? After he invented, who took the credit of the radio wave invention? The first radio?
Sir, he got a Nobel Prize.
No, he didn't get Nobel Prize. Somebody else got Nobel Prize. Who got Nobel Prize? Who got Nobel Prize? What did you notice in the video? Who got Nobel Prize for radio wave? Yes, Raghavi.
Vijayji, was it Brown?
No, it was Marconi. So Marconi got the credit for the first radiography communication, right? However, it was built on top of J.C. Bose invention. However, J.C. Bose never wanted to keep his invention or his discoveries for himself. So you all might have heard in the video something called as a patent. Patent is when somebody discovers something from nature, they claim ownership. And if anybody else wants to use it, they have to pay money to that person who claims the ownership. And then only they can use it. Whereas J.C. Bose made his inventions and discovery available to anybody freely without really holding any patent. Much like how the great Indian masters have given all the spiritual knowledge. Bhagavad Gita is not anybody's patent. Anybody who is interested to learn can learn. Such a treasure of knowledge anybody can learn. That was another important point that you might have noticed in the video. Not only that, he was considered a great teacher. That's why he was also called as Acharya. The way he used to teach, hundreds and hundreds of students used to come to listen to him. He was very, very passionate about teaching also. And you also would have noticed he is the one who also detected how plants actually communicate. So the plant-to-plant communication is a wireless communication. And the communication from you to plant is also wireless. So your feelings get communicated to the plant. If you are caring, loving, kind towards the plants, they grow better. If you are harsh, not caring, then they don't like to grow in such an environment. So in a way, they respond to your wireless signals called the feeling in your mind, in your heart. So, like how Ravana, the seed was revenge and the fruit was destruction. The seed in the heart of, in the mind of J.C. Bose was care and concern for all, not just any one particular set of people. And because of that, though he discovered such wonderful and groundbreaking things, he never wanted to keep them for only himself. He never wanted to profit from all such discoveries. He freely gave away so that everybody can benefit. And that is the impact. That is a fruit. Millions of us, if you really think about it, all of us carry these mobile today. And so much of things that we make use of mobile for, to talk, to learn, to discover something new. Even today, you and I are using this laptop only, or mobile only, for our Zoom communication. And a lot of it is dependent upon wireless communication. So today, millions and millions of people all over the world are getting benefited. Why? Because of his invention, because of his discovery. So like that, through this field, both a destructive possibility exists and a wonderful constructive possibility exists. So that is what Sri Krishna is teaching you and me, that Arjuna, this field, mind and body, can be the field of activity for both destruction and construction. However, realize you, the pure awareness, you are the owner, the kṣhetra-jña, the one who knows what is happening in this field. So it is up to you to guide the field to grow the right fruit by having the right seeds in the mind. If you put seeds of anger, jealousy, worry, then the fruit that will come is that of like how what happened to Ravana. If you put the seeds of care, concern, kindness, love, then what kind of fruits will come? Will be like that of what J.C. Bose gave as an offering to the entire world. So, Sri Krishna is giving us the awareness of how we can use this field by knowing that you are the owner of that field. Kshetra-jña. So this is the truth he wants you and me to discern. That kshetra, kṣhetra-jña. You are the kshetrajna. And the kshetra is where all these activities. And through these activities, various kinds of fruits come. All right. With this, let me stop my explanation. If anybody has any questions, please raise your hand first. I would like to resolve your questions. And then would love to listen to each one of you. Yes, Sanvi, you have some question?
See, I didn't understand how that story, the video which we saw, is related to the sloka.
Sure. So what is Kshetra? We just now saw Kshetra is mind and body.
Yes.
So in this mind and body, any field, any Kshetra serves a purpose. We saw that. Like how a agriculture field serves the purpose of growing food.
Yes.
A sports field serves the purpose of play. Like that. What is the purpose of this field? So through two examples you saw, Ravana used the field for destructive purposes. Acharya J.C. Bose used it for constructive purposes. So, here Sri Krishna is helping you and me to see that, look, this is Kshetra and you are the Kshetrajna. And how you can use this Kshetra is what the video connected.
Okay, ji.
Is it clear? Ji?
Yes, ji.
Okay. Any other question? Anybody? Okay. If there are no more questions, would love to listen to each one of you. So please raise your hand so that I can start calling you out one by one. Yes, Hriday sir.
I understood that Ravana used his brain for destruction, greed, and all. But Acharya J.C. Bose used his mind for constructive uses. Like he made many things and all. That's what I understood.
Very nice. Thank you, Hriday. Yes, Akshat.
Yeah, I understood what is Kshetra, and I understood that we should always we should always do good things, and like Ravana's purpose, like the seed was anger, jealousy, and revenge. So the fruit was different, but in case of JC Bose, the fruit is helping everybody in the world now.
Very nice.
So in the way we should always work like JC Bose.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, Akshatji. Yes, Vivan sir.
Sir, I understood that we should always be like J.C. Bose with a constructive mind and constructive fields, but not like Ravana with destructive fields and all bad thoughts.
Very nice. This field can be used in many ways. So, destructive ways, constructive ways. Constructive way is what you are voting for. Very nice. Thank you, Vivanji. So, I see next name as Jiaji. Jiaji, what did you understand? You want to share? No? Okay, all right. Grihit sir, you want to share what you understood?
Yes, ji.
Yes.
So I understood that Acharya Bose invented new things, but he never wanted to keep his inventions with him only. He wanted to give it to the world and make the world have all the mobile phones, laptops, and all. Because of him, we got all these.
Very nice. Very nice. Anything more you would like to add, Grihitji?
No, ji.
Thank you. Sanviji, what is your understanding from today's session?
I understood that our whole body, which consists of mind and our body and mind, is a field, a kshetra, which can be used for destructive as well as constructive purposes. It's up to you which path you want to choose. And it's better to follow the constructive path so you can benefit others and you should not be selfish about it.
Very nice. Thank you, Sanviji. Raghviji?
Yes, Vijayji. So I learned that the body and the mind is a kshetra, and just like how in a field fruits and weeds grow, similarly even in our kshetra, good and bad thoughts might also come, but ultimately it's in our hand into what we grow. And then I also learned from the video, you could see that how J.C. Bose showered one plant with kind words and the other one with absolutely harsh words. So we have to show, from that you can just see that one plant absolutely grew beautifully and the other one just withered away. So when we show kindness and love to one another, we just bring each other up, and that is much better than showing rudeness and being cruel to one another and just putting each other down. So when we do good, we get better, and when we do bad, it just gets worse. So by J.C. Bose also showing his inventions, the world just prospered along with him. Yes, Suryaji.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, Raghviji. Yes, Jiaji.
What I understood that is that the mind and body are
Kshetra.
Kshetra, and what I saw in the video, I saw that GC
Bose. J.C. Bose.
GC Bose saw how the plants talked. So when we show kindness, one grows. When we show the other one like harsh, like saying bad things to it, then it starts fading away.
Very nice. Correct.
I
Anything more?
did the activity which my mom told.
Ah, very nice. Very nice.
But which I told to the bad things grow. Which I told to the good things didn't grow.
So continue to do the experiment correctly. But anyway, so you yourself feel, do you like somebody to come and yell at you when you are doing something wrong? Or do you like somebody to come and tell you kindly and help you? What do you prefer?
Kindly.
There is the answer, right? It's the same way for anybody else, whether it's a plant or a bird or a dog or a cat or your akka or whoever, any one of us. Yes. Wonderful. Thank you, Jiaji.
Thank you.
Hriday, you have something more to add?
Sir, may I tell the ending prayer?
Yes, Ji. So, with this, let us end our today's session on the kṣhetra-jña Vibhaga Yogas, Shloka 2nd, 13th chapter, 2nd Shloka. Thank you all, wonderful Balakrishnas and Vivekanandas, for your participation and such wonderful answers. Hari Om.